Mafia Magazine Radio.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's John Jigg right here.
Hey, what's up, Jigg? Hold on for a second,
How you?
son. I'm good, baby. Hold on for a second. Let me set you up real quick, all right?
All right, cool.
For all my listeners out there, man, I got the opportunity to sit down, man, with an incredibly gifted artist. And this cat goes by the name of John Jigg. And we're going to sit down with Jigg for a little while, baby. He's going to let us know, man, what it takes for him to make the music that he make. So, Jigg, baby, how the industry treating you these days, son?
Yo, man, everything good, man. Everything's good. How you, man?
I'm good, baby. I'm good. Doing what we do, you know what I mean?
Yeah, already, man. I hear you over there blasting them joints off, man. Everything's sounding good.
Yeah, baby. We try to keep it crystal clear for the peoples. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I like what you playing, man.
Yeah, man.
Nice little rotation you got going on.
Yeah, man. We try to keep it from the top to the bottom, baby. You know what I'm saying? You know, those that made
it.
You know what I mean? And those that's coming up, baby. We try to make sure that everybody get their head. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get their head what's really out here, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Like we definitely need more stations like this.
No doubt, baby.
Definitely.
Yeah, man, we appreciate that, man. No doubt, baby. So let's get this cracking, man. So first and foremost, man, let everybody know, man, where you originally from, and actually about how long you actually been doing your thing.
All right. Well, I grew up on Long Island, New York. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
I'm a native New York. I've been here my whole life. You know. I started doing this seriously probably when I was like maybe 16 or 17. I really started going to the studio, making songs and stuff like that. You know, I'm actually part of a group, the 495 Boys, man. Shout out to my dudes, the 495 Boys. You know what I mean? We was doing our thing locally for a long time. You know, after a while, I just decided to kind of step out there and test the waters on my own. You know,
right.
I dropped my debut mixtape back in 2013, early 2013.
Yeah.
You know, just got a really good response. You know,
right.
Dropped some videos, and my numbers was good. So, you know, here I'm again. I'm getting ready to drop the second project.
Yeah, we gonna get to all that, man. We gonna take you through the whole gamut, baby. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be here for a little while. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So first and foremost, man, let everybody know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we already know you come. You know, you from New York. You're native New York. You know what I'm saying? It's all good every day, baby. You know what I mean? But let us know, like, what inspired you? Like, who or what? You know what I'm saying? That made you say one day to yourself, yo, I want to do that. Not only I want to do that, but I'm also going to do that real well. I mean, you know, what was the inspiration, you know what I'm saying, to get you actually into the game and doing the things that you do?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I can tell you that. I mean, I remember, like, one of my first memories of hip-hop would be, I remember, waking up one morning watching Rap City. It was either Rap City or Yo MTV Raps, and I seen the Juice Crew Symphony video was on TV.
Right.
I had to be a shorty. I had to be like maybe 7, 8 years old.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, just seeing that, you know, especially like Big Daddy Kane, you know what I'm saying? He was real smooth with everything, you know.
Right.
I really took a liking to that. So at that point I was always hooked to the hip hop. I mean, my mom didn't always want me listening to a lot of it, but I had older brothers and sisters. Like my brother was a DJ.
Right.
So, you know, it was just been drilled in my head since I was little, you know.
Yeah.
As far as, you know, just the art, just the whole hip hop culture, you know, the DJ and the graffiti and the break dancing and everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, so I mean, as far as that, you know, that kind of influenced me. And then when I kind of got a little older, and I seen Crisscross.
Right.
You know,
right.
They was like the first kids that I ever saw.
No doubt.
That I ever saw rapping. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And that made me feel like, wow, because you know, from that up until then, I always felt like it was just like a man sport. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
But then when I seen Crisscross, and I seen how you know how good they were. Like they weren't just talented. They weren't just some kids with their clothes backwards. They actually had it together, like the movements and the verbiage and everything. You
Right.
know?
Right.
I guess, you know, and then they were successful on top of that. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, you know, me and my cousin Dana, man, you know, shout out to him. Hold your head. He's doing a little bit right now.
Right.
But we you know what I'm saying? We started writing our little rhymes every day. Like every day we would go home after school. You know what I'm saying? Write rhymes and then go on the bus in the morning and just rap them, you know? And we used to always have a crowd or whatever,
Yeah.
you know, on the way to school. You know, and, you know, people always say, you know, you're really good. You know, I never took it serious. I always, you know, just wrote rhymes and everything. I got, as I was getting older, you know, I started going through stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My whole
But
life
we can,
and stuff
but
like
as you,
that.
right, but as I see, you know what I'm saying, like from all that I was just listening to you just talk about all that, you actually, you know, come from, you was a student actually of the original hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Oh yeah, definitely.
you definitely bringing it up through the ranks right now. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
that's a real beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because you
Yeah,
understand what it is to really make hip hop music. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And that's
yeah.
and I think that's what's missing with a lot of these cats' music today. You know what I mean? Like,
Definitely.
they're not looking about the history that came before them. You know what I mean? And so, that's real good talk, baby. You know what I mean? For sure.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you got into that, you know what I'm saying, and you did your first project, I mean, from rapping on the bus and all that with the shorties and all that. Tell us
Yeah.
a little bit about your battle rapping, baby. I hear, you know what I'm saying, you used to kind of go at a cat every now and again.
Back in the day, like in high school, we'd be in the lobby and all of that, you know what I'm saying, and going at, it was all about who was the best, and I did that. It was a time when I used to do the battling thing and all of that,
Right.
I kind of stay away from that nowadays. I mean, obviously, if I had to get at somebody, I would get at somebody, but I kind of stay away from that because I feel like a lot of the battle rappers, I feel like the battle rapper culture is so involved. Like, in order to be a battle rapper, you have to do nothing but that,
Right.
you
Right.
know? And
Right.
I haven't, up until this point, besides, I would say, like Eminem, I've never seen a battle rapper translate that success into actually people respecting their music.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No doubt.
So that's why I respect what those dudes do. Like I'm a big fan. I'm always watching URL and UW and KOTV battles all the time. I love it,
Hmm.
But I just that's what they do, and I respect that so much that I don't know if I have the time to actually dedicate myself to that. So I really want people to respect my music. Like I want to be like make music that's timeless and have people, love me from 10, 20 years from now and still be able to play my joint. Like, you throw on a Jay-Z album, one of his first albums, and it's still relevant right now. It's still dope right now.
Good question.
So that's what I want. You know what I mean?
No doubt. So one of my questions to you, man, is we all know that, you know what I'm saying, you come up in New York. We already know the type of environment that you probably come up in, you know what I'm saying? Just like us all, we all been come up in them, you know what I'm saying, them stigmatic environments. I'm curious to
Yeah.
know, how did you stay focused, man? What was some of the things that just kept you focused, man, on your task and kept you focused on your music and then kind of putting it down the way that you put it down?
Yeah, I mean, well, I would say, the music, you gotta have love for this music. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if you're doing it for the money, in the beginning, and you're gonna get tired of it real quick because it's a grind, and you're not gonna make money right away. You know what I mean? You
Right.
have to love it and believe in what you're doing enough to keep going. And I mean, and the thing honestly too, like I I've seen a lot of my friends get killed. Seen a lot of my friends, I got family members, cousins, friends I grew up with that they ain't gonna see the street for a long time because they didn't have music to concentrate on. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
so I just always try to keep my head focused. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I dibble and dabble, but I really, you know what I'm saying? I wanted this bad enough. You can't do it from a jail cell. You can't do it from a coffin. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely. You know what I mean?
it's real simple as that.
Yeah, no doubt, baby. So when like we already talked about kind of like your first project, but give us a little more insight, a little bit, go a little deeper on it, your first project, man, and how that came about, and and how you felt like that was received, you know what I'm saying, by your peers out there in the music game.
Yeah, well, I actually I was like I was talking with my cousin Brandon. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my cousin Brandon. He's out in Boston. We was kind of talking, and I went up there to visit him, and he booked a studio session or whatever because he knew I rap. He was like, I knew he was like setting me up. I
Right.
should have known he was setting me up. So I just went in there and I did like 4 tracks, and they came out really good.
Right.
So we sitting there listening after I get done, and we like, yo, you know what? He's like, yo, you could do this. You could just do this. You know?
Right.
And I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Like that same weekend, we shot a video. You know what I mean? And we shot a video for one of the songs I had just made, and we got that ready, and we was like, yo, you know what? We just gonna run with this thing. So
Yeah.
I went out there like 4 weeks later. We did some more songs, and we shot another video, and everything just came together, and before I knew it, I was finished. And it was crazy because every song that I recorded for that mixtape, it stayed on that mixtape. Like there was no extra songs, there was no throwaways, there was no nothing. I basically mapped the whole thing out. start to finish, and just laid it down and left it like that.
Yeah, man, that's real talk right there, baby. So after that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know you've been involved with a couple of groups and all that, you know what I'm saying? And just how do you feel like your music has kind of matured from then to now? I mean, can you see a difference? You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like there's a
Oh yeah,
difference from the? Go
most
ahead.
definitely, most definitely. I mean, I feel like you can look. I definitely want everybody to check out the 495 Boys music too, because that's still my group.
Right.
I just when we were doing that, I kind of felt like we rap when we a lot of our music was it was really street oriented because we were really living that lifestyle.
Right.
That's what we were doing. There was a lot of but a lot of stuff. But once I got a little older, like I got children now. You know what I'm saying? I got a wife.
Right.
Like I'm not really in the streets like that.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
Right.
I'm respected because people know me. You know what I mean? But I'm not in the street like that. So when you pick up my mixtape or you pick up my album, you listen to some of my new stuff, you listen to a John Jiggs record. That's just not all you're gonna get.
Right.
I'm not too far removed from that mind state because so I can make music to identify with those guys who are still out there doing what they're doing. But you're gonna get so much more. You're gonna really get every piece of what makes me, which is the children, the family, the everything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No question.
So I definitely I would say that's what makes it different. I had records like I had street records on drugs, but I also had my son and what I'm saying, songs about females and just everything. You know what I mean?
No,
Songs
no doubt.
about just regular drama stuff that everyday people go through.
Right, right. So what's with the new project now? Tell us a little bit about your new album. You know what I'm saying? Your new music that you're putting out right now. Give us a little insight on what it took to put that together. The name of it and all that. Let us know, man, when we need to be hearing that. Do we need to be looking out for that?
Okay, well, this new project I would say that it's definitely even more growth.
Okay.
I would say that my flow, I think I've gotten better with my flow and the way I rap. I also, the producers this time, I actually work with a lot more producers hands on this time.
Okay.
Rather than just doing the internet thing and all of that. I have more relationships now with people. So, at first I was really like fresh out the water, just testing the water. And I used what resources I had. Now this time I have a lot more resources.
Right, right, right.
So, with this, it's just everything is bigger and better, even though, like that first mixtape, that's my baby. Like it holds a special place in my heart forever, because
Right.
it's just like, it's me stepping out there,
Right.
but this one is like, I feel like I'm just a little bit more polished and I think I know a little bit more about, putting songs together and, making songs resonate with people.
No doubt. Yeah. So.
And I would say, we're looking at next month for this. I'm knocking these videos out right now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Basically the music is recorded. It's just the packaging and everything is being done right now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
The proper rollout, the proper presentation.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to get to. I was going to ask you about, you know what I'm saying, how's the video process going for you? You know what I'm saying? Let us know a couple of the songs that you're going to have videos on and, just to let us know actually, what it took to actually put that together. You know what I'm saying? And do you feel like that's kind of one of your strong suits, you know what I'm saying, when you're doing your videos?
Oh yeah, well I got the first video I'm gonna release is called How We Do. It's like a Long Island anthem,
Right.
I actually got a chance to work with a longtime friend, a rapper by the name of Pillsbury. He's from Long Island too, so he gets featured on the record with me. And we kind of just went to a couple different neighborhoods on Long Island, and kind of took the love from the locals and put it together. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
It's just a Long Island anthem. Here on Long Island, it might be hard for people from outside of New York to understand, but on Long Island, we kind of a lot of the original hip hop artists that like Rakim is from here, EPMD is from here. You know what I'm saying? The list goes on. Public Enemy is from here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But we kind of get overshadowed by what's going on in the five boroughs.
No doubt.
So I've always with my music, even with the 495 Boys, we've always had that proud Long Island mentality.
Good question.
Not to feel like you're different because you're you from Long Island. You know what I mean? I mean, it is a different lifestyle out here, it's slower out here, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying? We still New Yorkers. You know
Still
what I
New
mean?
York, baby.
And as far as New York, we hold a very very strong place in the roots of hip hop. You
No
know?
question, no question. You know what I'm saying? So my next question to you, man, is when it's all said and done, and they talk about John Jiggs, baby, what do you want it to be said about the way you did your thing?
Oh, I just, I want it to be said that, I want it to be said that I made my own lane, that I made music that was timeless, that I made music that was, that will be listened to for generations and generations. Like now I listen to, I grew up listening to Biggie and Nas, and one day when my son gets old enough to understand that stuff, I'm gonna pass that on to him.
No question.
I want the young cats now to be able to do that with their kids. Like, yo, this is what was hot when I was coming up. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Like, I never wanted to be a part of a fad or anything like that, or what's hot at the moment. That stuff here, you hear it one day and it's killing the radio, and then the next week, what happened to so and so? I don't want to be that.
Right.
Right. I want to be. I'm looking for longevity.
No
So
doubt.
hopefully, when they talk about John Jiggs, they'll still be talking about John Jiggs and the new project that he just put out.
No question, baby. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. For all my listeners out there, man, y'all get to hear first right here on Mafia Magazine Radio, man. I got John Jiggs on it. He letting us know, man, you know what I'm saying, what it take for him to put his music down. Hey, Jiggs, baby.
Can I give a couple of shout outs, man?
Yeah, we're going to let you do all that,
Okay.
man, because I was just getting ready to let you know, man, you know what I'm saying, due to a little time constraints, before we go, I want to give you another opportunity to shout out and plug everything and everybody, man, that's helped you get to the point of where you are today.
All right, yeah, definitely. I want to shout out the 495 boys. I want to shout out B Reynolds. I want to shout out Tanya Green for putting me in her book.
No doubt.
The independent mic that's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I want to give a shout out to the 495 boys, most definitely. The whole Long Island, the whole world, man. Everybody, that's really supporting hip hop music. I want to give a shout out to you for having me on the show.
No
you know what I
question.
mean? This is a great thing. I appreciate it.
No doubt.
Definitely. I want to give a shout out to my moms too. I love you, Mom.
No doubt. For all my listeners out there, man, once again, you heard it first right here on Mafia Magazine Radio. Hey, and all y'all stay locked in, baby. We got one of them tracks that Jiggs was talking about, baby. You know what I'm saying? We got that Jiggs track coming for you, man. I guarantee you're going to, no doubt, baby. I guarantee you're going to love what it is. Hey, Jiggs, baby, look, man. May you always be blessed in everything that you do, man, and may you prosper in all that you do. You heard what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No doubt, baby. Peace.
All right.